Hey guys, what's up? And welcome back to the Superman Vault. Now, how many of you are super excited for James Gunn's new Superman movie? I know I am. I'm super pumped. And one of the reasons I'm so pumped is because the trailers show the appearance of Krypto. So maybe you're watching this video after the movie's out and you've already seen it. And I hope that they did Krypto justice. But here at the Superman Vault, my job is to take you across some of the coolest Superman collectibles ever produced, show you a little bit of super history. And so today we're going to dive into things all about Krypto. All right, now Krypto the Superdog first premiered in Adventure Comics number 210, but one of his first appearances in collectible format would have been in the 1960s Captain Action toy line. Ideal Toys made Captain Action with a number of suits that you could put on it, including Superman and Superboy. And some of these came with a Krypto the Superdog with cape accessory dog figure there. Featured right next to Mr. Superman is the comic heroine posing dolls, even way harder to find, Miss Supergirl right there. A little bit different scale, as you can see with the two of them together. But here's where the focus is right now. Check out that beautiful Krypto figure, and in my opinion, the first Krypto figure ever produced. The 1960s also gave us this Superboy model kit by Aurora. The model kit featured Superboy fighting a dragon in a cave, but also came with, you guessed it, everybody's favorite Superdog, Krypto. So again, you could assemble it, you could paint it, you could make them what you want it to be, but I think a really cool example of Krypto in an early toy format. Now, the same model was actually reproduced in 1974 by Aurora in a different format, larger box. This was the Comic Scenes line, as you can see here. But it also featured Krypto. It was essentially a recast of the earlier model. But unfortunately, I don't know of any other toy appearances of Krypto during this time. So I wanted to show you this just so you know that there is a little bit more modern version of this classic Krypto, the unpainted version here, figure out there. Now, I'm sure I'm missing some more vintage Krypto collectibles. All of my stuff isn't unpacked yet before the move. I'm sure I overlooked a few things. But the bottom line is a lot of 70s and 80s and 90s toys out there didn't include our beloved Superdog. Fortunately, we start to see proliferation of more merchandise into the early 2000s and beyond. Now, this right here may be my favorite Krypto statue ever produced. This was by DC Direct in 2004, titled Superboy and Krypto. And you can just tell some beautiful detail there really went into this. It's a little bit harder to find. They do go for a couple $100 on eBay, and they're not cheap for the size. But again, a really beautiful statue here that I just think embodies the character, and it displays really nicely on the shelf. Now, there was a Krypto the Superdog TV show back in the early 2000s, and Fisher-Price did some really cool merchandise for the show, including my two favorite pieces right here, which is the Talking Krypto and then the Krypto and Kevin First Adventure right there. Honorable mention up in the corner, DC Superhero Girls did a recent Krypto mini Lego set, so a neat piece to add there. I'm not going to break down all of the amazing movie DC's League of Super Pets. But here's the main Krypto figure. Lots of Krypto merchandise that wasn't on the shelves all that long ago. That's why I'm not going to go through everything. But here's an easy way to cheaply add a bunch to your Krypto collection. Any of the Super Pets merchandise are great. All right, guys. How many of you remember that Jerry Seinfeld did a commercial series for American Express? So yeah, Jerry Seinfeld, a huge Superman fan. So he did a series of commercials in the 90s, maybe early 2000s. Yeah, I think early 2000s of him with an animated Superman. But they did a line of postcards based off of this commercial series. Weird, I know. But one of them features Krypto right there. So I love this piece. So unassuming, but it does include Krypto, and not a lot of Krypto merchandise out there. So a cool piece to grab for sure. Okay, this is another piece that I think is undervalued for what it is. So this was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive by Mobius Models, featuring Krypto the Superdog. But check out that amazing, of course, I still got it taped up in plastic here. I'm not going to take that off. But check that really cool display. You can still get this on eBay. Last time I checked, it was still well under $100. Comes with this little tote bag here. So definitely worth the money and a really cool crypto collectible. This is the last piece I wanted to feature today because it's probably my favorite. This is not a widely available statue. This was a custom piece. Really cool, highly detailed Superman's dog Krypto on base with the cape there in the back. So again, I don't know a whole lot of details about this, but it's absolutely stunning. In a little bit larger scale too there. So really, really cool piece. Hopefully you guys enjoyed walking through some of my favorite Krypto the Superdog collectibles. Hopefully it inspired you to go find some of your own. If you're not already, make sure you're subscribed to this channel. We have so many more cool videos coming. I can't wait to share it with you. I think you're going to enjoy some of the stuff you see. So make sure you're subscribed here and check out my Instagram, Superman Vault.